Okay. Here the next chapter is three-dimensional geometry. So I told you that in this chapter we are using some of the definition and formula of the vector algebra in this chapter three-dimensional geometry. So therefore here we are using direction cosines here. We have studied direction cosines in the vector algebra chapter. I repeat once again the same definition here. So x, y, z are the three axes here. Here this is a directed line here. OP is the directed line. Consider a line L passing through origin. Makes angles alpha, beta and gamma with x, y, z axis respectively called direction angles. So these angles are called direction angles here. Then cosine of these angles, namely cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are called direction cosines of a line here. Okay, this line makes angle alpha with the x axis, beta with the y axis, gamma with the z axis here. So these angles are called direction angles here. Then cosine of these angles, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of a line here. And these direction cosines are denoted by L, M and N. Hence, L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta and N is equal to cos of gamma. Net any three numbers which are proportional to the direction cosines of a line are called direction ratios of a line L. These are denoted by ABC. These are direction ratios. Okay, are denoted by ABC. Any number proportional to the direction cosines here. Any three numbers which are proportional to the direction cosines of a line, those are called direction ratios here. Therefore, L divided by A is equal to M divided by B is equal to N divided by C is equal to some constant K here. In that case, A, B, C are called direction ratios here. LMN are the direction cosines, A, B, C are direction ratios here. And they are proportional to the direction cosines here. So you know that here this is x axis here, this is a y axis and this is z axis here. This is a directed line here. This line makes angle alpha with the x axis, beta with the y axis and gamma with the z axis here. Hence cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the direction cosines here. So therefore consider this length as r units, and if you draw a line perpendicular to this x axis here, okay, that line draw perpendicular to x axis like this, then there is a right angle triangle here. So like this here, you get a right angle triangle. So this angle is this angle is gamma here, alpha here. This is x and this is r here. Okay, r is this one. Okay, x and r. Hence cos of alpha, cos means adjacent divided by hypotenuse here, x divided by r. Okay, here this is a point of P here. Just draw PM perpendicular to x axis here. So you will get such a type of right angle triangle here. So this distance is x units. OM is equal to x and OP is equal to r. So this becomes adjacent and this becomes hypotenuse here, like this, x upon r. So cos alpha is equal to x by r here. Hence L is equal to cos of alpha is equal to x divided by r. Similarly, you just draw Pn perpendicular to y axis here. Then this is a y units here, this is a r unit. Therefore cos of beta here, M is equal to cos beta is equal to y divided by r, adjacent divided by hypotenuse here. So similarly, you just draw a line perpendicular to z axis here. then this length is z unit, this is r unit, z by r. So this angle is gamma n. Yes, n is equal to cos of gamma is equal to z divided by r. Okay. Then squaring and adding here. So cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to x square divided by r square plus y square divided by r square plus z square divided by r square. Yes, r square is LCM here. R square is LCM. Hence x square plus y square plus z square here. And you know that x square plus y square plus z square is r square here. In the previous chapter we already proved here. Yes, this is r square here. Because here r bar is equal to, it is x into I plus y into z plus z into k. If you take the modulus here, modulus of r bar is the root of x square plus y square plus z square here. And the modulus of r bar can be taken as r here. Okay, squaring on both sides, so we get x square plus y square plus z square is equal to r square here. Hence r square and r square cancels, remaining is what here? Hence cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1 here. Hence you can take L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1 here. So this is a very important result here. Remember it here. Okay. So L, M and N are the direction cosines here. Then L square plus M square plus L square is equal to 1. You remember it here. This is a very important formula. Okay. Next you know that L, M and N are direction cosines here. Direction cosines and A, B and C are direction ratios of a line segment here. They are proportional here. L divided by A is equal to M divided by B is equal to N upon C is equal to some constant here. K is some constant here. Therefore, L upon A is equal to K. Then cross multiply. So L is equal to A into K. Then M is equal to B into K. And N is equal to C into K. Okay. Squaring and adding each term here. Squaring and adding. L square plus M square plus N square is equal to A square K square plus B square K square plus C square K square here. And you already proved here. So this is 1 here. So 1 is equal to, here K square is a common factor here. So write A square plus B square plus C square in a bracket here into K square. And a cross multiplier 1 divided by A square plus B square plus C square is equal to K square here. Therefore, I take the square this side here. So K is equal to plus or minus 1 divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Okay, take the square this side here. It gives plus or minus root A square plus B square plus C square. Use this K here. Use here. Therefore, L is equal to A into K. K is this one. So plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus c square, and m is equal to b into k plus or minus b divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. N is equal to c into k, is that? So n is equal to plus or minus c divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. So if you know direction ratios here, a, b and c, if you want to find the direction cosines, use this result here. Okay, if you know ABC, direction ratios here, if you want to find direction cosines, in that case, you can use this formula. Okay. Here, L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1, but a square plus b square plus c square cannot be 1 here. Remember it here, this is a very important result. So direction cosines of a line passing through 2 points here. So P and Q are the 2 points here. We have to find the direction cosines of this line PQ here. Okay. Consider a line passing through 2 points of P and Q. Let L, M and N be the direction cosines of the line PQ, and let it make angles alpha, beta, gamma with x, y and z axis respectively. This line PQ makes angle alpha with the x axis, beta with y axis and gamma with the z axis here. Next, draw perpendiculars from P and Q. Draw perpendiculars from P and Q to xy plane here. This is xy plane here. Consider here is the line segment here. So this is a PQ. Just draw a line perpendicular to this xy plane here. Okay. So this floor itself is a xy plane here. Just draw PR and a QS perpendicular to this xy plane here. Okay. Next, draw PN perpendicular to this QS. Then this angle here. So if we extend this PR, this angle is gamma. Then this angle is also gamma here. Because if 2 lines are parallel, one line cut like this here. In that case, this angle and this angle both are equal here. These 2 angles are equal here. Therefore, here these are 2 parallel lines here. One line cut like this. This angle and this angle both are equal. Here, so this line makes angle gamma with z axis here. If this angle is gamma, then this angle is also what here? Gamma here. Okay. Then cos of gamma here. So cos of gamma. Cos means adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. In this here, adjacent side is a Qn here. Qn and hypotenuse is a PQ. Qn divided by PQ. Here Qn, this distance is a Z2 minus Z1 here. So this is equal to Z2 minus Z1 divided by PQ. Okay, because here this height is Z2 units here, this height is Z1 units. Therefore, here this distance is Z2 minus Z1. This height is Z2 and this height is Z1. So this height is Z2 minus Z1. Qn is equal to Z2 minus Z1 divided by PQ. Okay, this is a cos of gamma. Similarly, here this line PQ makes angle alpha with the x-axis here. Therefore, similarly, you can write here, similarly, cos of alpha gives x2 minus of x1 divided by PQ, and cos of beta is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by PQ. Okay, this line make PQ makes angle beta with the y-axis here. Hence, the cos of beta is y2 minus y1 divided by PQ. Hence, the direction cosines of the line segment joining the points P and Q are x2 minus x1 divided by PQ, y2 minus y1 upon pq, z2 minus z1 upon pq, where pq is equal to this length is equal to root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square here. So this is a very important formula here. Remember it here. Okay, if you know the two parts here, if you want to find the direction of cosines here, use this formula. Here pq is this one. Next, note here, this is also very important here. The direction ratios, okay, of a line segment joining the point PQ may be taken as a x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, or x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2 here. You can take this one or this one here, any one here. Okay. If you want to find direction ratios, use this result here. If you want to find a direction cosines, use this result here. These are very important results here because there are so many examples on G2 formulas here. If a line makes angle 90 degree, 60 degree, 30 degree with the positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively, find its direction cosines here. Okay, here they given direction angles here. Alpha is equal to 90 degree, beta is equal to 60 degree, and gamma is equal to 30 degree. These are direction angles here. Therefore, direction cosines are direction cosines of a line or L is equal to cos alpha. Alpha is 90 degree. Cos of 90 degree, and you know cos 90 degree value is 0 here. Then M is equal to cos of beta, cos 60 degree here. Cos 60 degree value is 1 divided by 2. N is equal to cos of gamma here. Gamma is 30 degree here. So its value is root 3 divided by 2 here. So these are the direction cosines of a line. So this is a 1 marks question here. This is also same type of problem here. If a line makes angle 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree with a positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively, find its direction cosines here. Here they given alpha is equal to 90 degree, beta is 135 degree, and gamma is 45 degree. So direction cosines of a line are L equal to cos alpha, cos of 90 degree, cos 90 degree value is 0. Beta is 135 degree. M is equal to cos of 135 degree. That is a cos of 180 minus of 45 degree. 180 minus 45 comes under second quadrant here. Second quadrant cos negative minus of cos of 45 degree. Therefore, this value is 1 by root 2. So, M is equal to minus 1 by root 2 here. Then, N is equal to cos of gamma. Gamma is 45 degree here. And cos 45 degree value is 1 divided by root 2 here. Hence, 0 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 are the direction cosines of a line segment here.